What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all had a great holidays and a happy new year. Today I'm going to be answering your questions that were taken from Twitter. Let's get into it. Jumping into the first question, we have why is there so little talent in the UK scene? I would say there's definitely talent in the UK scene, and some definitely rising through at the moment. Maybe not so much into the tier 1 scene, but I definitely think it takes a little bit of time, and we've had some players over the years make it into the tier 1 Counter-Strike and push on for a bit bigger and better teams. But I definitely think in the next few years we'll be seeing some more UK players getting through the ranks and maybe getting into the tier 1 scene, where it will be more like publicity and a lot more options for the UK teams, because now there's more international teams forming, and especially in the tier 1 Counter-Strike there's definitely more international teams. So I think it gives us more options and maybe some more time for the UK players to get through. Next up we have what beard can the fans expect from Mezii 2023? I think my facial hair is definitely limited. This is the most you're going to get, and can't really grow much more. Next up, we have a question from Nico. I know it's from him because he loves it. Sujuk or baked beans? And the answer is 100% baked beans. I'm not really sure what sujuk is, but baked beans is top tier. You can't get much better than baked beans, especially when you're asking a guy from England. So, which CSGO pro has been the biggest inspiration for you? Obviously, it's a tough question. I wouldn't say there's one particular CSGO pro or who has been like my idol or inspiration, but I would say when I was definitely like starting to play CSGO, obviously back then there was a lot of like streams from like the tier 1 players then, and I think back then I kind of watched a lot of like Scream and Shocks, and then even like some of the Swedish guys like Get Right and Freiberg I think used to stream quite a lot. So I think those are the guys that used to probably be like the biggest inspiration for me, and just seeing them playing like the biggest stages at that time and like playing at the biggest tournaments is obviously something that really motivated me and made me want to like get into CSGO even more, and maybe even get into the competitive scene. So I'll definitely say those guys were the biggest inspiration. If you had to eat a crayon, what color would it be? Okay, this is a interesting question. Seeing as I would have to go for orange. An orange crayon would probably taste the best. I think orange chocolate and so on, I think is one of my favorites. So I think an orange crayon would definitely be up there with some of the best crayons you could eat, if they are edible, that's for sure. How did you like the Elisa tournament and Finland in general? So for me, it was a great tournament and really good experience for me and the team. Obviously we're still young in terms of experience of playing on stages and getting through like playoffs and so on, and obviously it wasn't seen as like the tier 1 tournament with all the best teams there, but I think for us it was a good step for us to get that experience on a stage in the playoffs and obviously win the event, which was showing that we can still perform well on the stage. And obviously it wasn't like I said at the tier 1 tournaments like at the majors and so on, and I think for us it was just making sure we can still get that experience, and I think we definitely did that. And overall the Elise tournament was great for us. It was fun to play a new tournament, and something for me where I'd played on the online Elisa tournaments in previous teams, and it was good to finally go to a LAN event with them, and really had fun there. And obviously it was great to even win it. And Finland overall, it was just cold. That's all I've got to say about it, really. Now here we have a question that I get quite a lot is why are your binds so weird? Basically, when I first started playing CS Source, my dad also used to play it, and when he played a previous game, I'm not sure, I can't remember what it was called, but he basically played a previous game and someone was kind of teaching him how to bunny hop or something on this game, and was telling him how to play like with these binds, and these are the binds that I kind of started to play with. So he went from that game to CS Source, and then when I started playing I just started using those, and ever since then that's what I've used in every single game that I play in now. Like whatever whatever game it is, CSGO or anything outside of that, I always use the same binds and find it really difficult to play with any default WASD binds, to be honest. And whenever LAN events or boot camps, I always have a go on the guys' computers and their configs, and it's just running into walls and jumping when I'm not supposed to and stuff. So yeah, but that's basically the story behind why I play with these binds. Do you see yourself IGLing for a longer period and maybe after Fnatic? For me, it's just about making sure that I can still progress in this role and making sure that I'm still doing it to a good standard. So if I feel like I'm still doing a good job at IGLing with my team and we're progressing and doing the right things, then of course I could see myself doing the role for longer and making sure that like I said, I'm still improving in it, because as soon as I feel like I'm not progressing or feel like I'm doing a bad job, then obviously it's something that I should rethink and make it and see if it's the right role for me. And like I say, I think it's really important for me to make sure that I have the right team around me. So that's why it's kind of a hard question to answer if I would do it after Fnatic, because it's so important that I was involved and we were involved in the talks on who we were going to get in this and to build this lineup when I was going to be the IGL. So I think for me it's tough to answer if I'll do it after Fnatic, but especially for now, it's my focus with this current lineup, and I think we're progressing well. And in the role that I'm doing, it's a work in progress, but it's going well. So I'm kind of happy with the way it is at the moment. I just need to keep improving and making sure that we overall take steps forward as a team as well. So now we have a question about the skins in game, and it is what is my favorite knife glove combo? I wouldn't really say I have a favorite combo. I'm kind of into skins, but I wouldn't say I'm a guy that's really focused on it. I know we have like Nico and Roy and even Crims to a certain extent like really like their skins and always focus on the combos they have and making sure it matches. But for me, I think at the moment I'm rocking a M9 bayonet and some marble fade gloves or something, and I kind of like that combo. It's not the most expensive or the most flashiest combo, but I'm pretty happy with that. And any like red combo, like red color theme, I pretty much like the M9. Well, the M9 knife at least is probably my favorite knife. So anything like that, and then gloves, I'm not really too bothered about. So now we have the real serious question of bald like Crims or hairy like Nika does. And if I could have a beard like Crims, then it's 100% bald like Crims. I think if you have a beard like that, you can rock the baldness, and he definitely does it. So I think if I could have that, I would go for that. But if I had to go bald and I have the facial hair as I do at the moment, then definitely a definite no. It wouldn't look good at all. So, but I think that's the criteria I would need to have that as the answer. Now the question is, what player would you most like to play with, and it's past or present? So I'll give just like two answers, I guess, for past and present. I guess the present players that would be fun to play with, or most like to play with, is like obviously I guess Zyro or Simple. I think just playing with those two, like one of those players, is just obviously would be a great privilege. You just see the games they play in, and even playing against them, it's like extremely tough to play against them. They're always finding the answers to whenever you could counter them, and always getting their team out of rough spots. So I think one of those guys, because I think their overall skill level, and obviously everyone knows they're two of the best players in the world, so I think I'd go for one of those guys in the present. And then past, I think even though I played one event with him, I'd say the past player, even though he's still kind of playing now, I'd say Forest. I played obviously the Pinnacle LAN with him earlier in the year, and it was obviously I think playing with him was really fun. Like his overall attitude and how he is in the team is really fun. And obviously he's not at his peak now, but I think even playing with now, his aim he shows is like insane. And so I think playing with him like in the past when he was at his like peak level would have been really fun. And like I said, I think I had a really good laugh and had really good fun playing with him in the team. So probably him would be the past player. Finally, we have how was it to play in front of the amazing crowd at IAM Rio? So obviously this was a insane experience for me. playing at my first major, and then also the first time playing in like an arena in front of a crowd, and even the challenger stage, playing it in front of a crowd was the best experience anyone could get, especially from their first major. And also for a lot of the teams coming in and having a chance to play in front of a crowd at that first stage was really big for us and for a lot of teams. So obviously they were definitely cheering for outsiders, but I think it's just a good experience. The overall experience playing in front of the crowd, the atmosphere was amazing, but then also just the overall experience of playing on a stage, and the overall experience of the day, like preparing and just walking on, I think was just a overall great experience, like I said. And it was great to play in front of that crowd at Rio, and the atmosphere was insane. I think even going to the game after, when we got the chance to go watch Na'Vi against Fury, was just it was incredible. So I think like I say, it was just a great experience for me, and definitely the team. We learned a lot playing in front of the crowd and playing on the stage, and learning as a team and what we need to do better next time. And I definitely think that helped us going into the next one at Elisa as well. So I think it was overall just amazing to play there. Thanks for watching. I hope you all continue to support me and the team during 2023, and I'll see you in the next one.